Welcome back to the Delaware Way. I'm Larry Menti. We continue our conversation now with Cerron Cade, who is the Delaware Labor Secretary. How are we doing? What's the unemployment rate?
The unemployment rate in Delaware is around 4.6%, slightly down from late last year. Of course, higher than the national average of 4.1%. So we still have a heck of a lot of work to do. What we're seeing right now is, again, the skills gap and making sure that we can provide services through education and training within the Department of Labor, working with other partners like Delaware Tech and the University of Delaware and Dale State to prepare our workforce for those opportunities that exist currently and the opportunities of the future.
We found out from Amazon, I don't want to harp on them, but we found out from them how important higher education was to them. They wanted the talent pool. Do we have that?
Absolutely. One thing that DuPont left us was a great infrastructure of scientists. Delaware has the most PhDs per capita than any place in the globe or in the country. So we've got the right pieces in place. A little bit of fine tuning and outreach to those hardest to employ communities, which is something that we want to work on at the Department of Labor, removing barriers to employment for some of those who in the past have been forgotten. So, we've got a heck of a lot of work to do, and we're looking forward to getting it done.
One of the problems I've heard in attracting businesses here has been the fact, first, it's a smaller state. You don't have consistent revenue streams or ones you can count on in the future. And because of the budget problems there is every year, you can't offer the incentives that some other states can offer, like Pennsylvania and New Jersey and all the states that are around here. How do you fix that?
Well, I mean, and again, I don't know if it's as much our budget process as much as the fact that we just don't have the tax base to support those types of lavish incentive plans. So the way that you combat that is by making sure that you have all the other things. Now more than ever, the strength of your workforce is important. The companies of the future are not just going to put up help wanted signs and bring in thousands of employees and train them on how to tighten a bolt or how to unscrew a nut. What they're going to be doing is looking for those employees who come already prepared with the skills necessary for them to succeed. And if there's going to be some on-the-job training, it's not going to be as extensive as it was in the past. So how do we combat that? The only way we can combat that is by coordinating and partnering with other organizations. So the universities, our businesses, and our non-governmental organizations like chambers of commerce who are dedicated to preparing our workforce and strengthening businesses throughout the state.
Before I leave, give me some success stories. You keep talking about the incubating companies and small companies streaming up. Who are some of them?
The first one that pops up is a small company, or used to be a small company called Insight. Insight Pharmaceuticals started out, a decade or so ago as a small company in the pharmaceutical industry. Now, with the emergence of some new drugs that they've brought to the market, they've become a global player, and we can see their footprint ever expanding over and off Augustine Cutoff. They've got this huge building where the old Wanamaker's used to be, and they're employing hundreds of employees, and a lot of those are Delawareans. So we're excited about their growth.
Where did they come from? Was that University of Delaware?
No, they were actually, a lot of their starting members actually came from DuPont. And grew from there. Chemours is another example of a company that spun off of DuPont and is growing by leaps and bounds. You just saw the expansion that they had down in Newark, bringing in hundreds of new employees and new jobs to Delaware. So we've got a lot to be excited about.
And congratulations with Chemours to everybody in the past administration and in this administration for keeping Chemours here, because I think everybody predicted they were going to leave and either go to New Jersey or Pennsylvania, and you were able to keep them here.
And now they're not leaving, but they're growing. And they're growing beyond just the building in Wilmington, which is being renovated, the old Hotel DuPont, which, like you mentioned, could have gone from being an abandoned shuttered building for a long time. They're now investing thousands of dollars, or millions of dollars rather, into renovating it and turning it into a 21st century building. It's going to be right smack in the heart of Wilmington.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Come back, please. Cerron Cade, Delaware Labor Secretary. I'm Larry Menti. That wraps up the Delaware Way for this week. Talk to you again next week.